This video is about wealth building and how we can actually achieve success in making wealth. So, there are different asset classes by which you can make wealth. Some of them are like fixed deposits, others are like gold, real estate, stock market, mutual funds, etc. So, what is it? How should we start about making wealth? So, the first thing that we need to be mindful about when we are thinking about getting rich is that wealth is about passion. If you obsess about money, you will never be rich. This was also said by Rockefeller, who was America's first billionaire. He said that if your only goal is to become rich, you will never achieve it. It's also called the Rockefeller rule, and it is very popular in today's time, and it sticks as a unbeatable rule if you want to get rich. So, there are different asset classes like fixed deposits, gold, and real estate, but the truth is that they do not give you very high returns. And there's a demon called inflation which eats away your wealth. And when you're not getting a lot of returns from asset classes, then inflation actually not only stops you from growing your wealth, it actually destroys your already existing wealth also. So for example, if you are earning 5 to 6%, 7% in fixed deposit and inflation is 10%, then you're actually losing money if your money is in a fixed deposit. Similarly, gold in previous gold has become kind of a dead asset, and it is also voiced by people like Warren Buffett that gold is not a good investment and it's a dead investment. So if you put your money in gold and you buy gold bars, then you're actually losing a lot of money. Real estate is a good source of making money, but it does not provide liquidity. So liquidity is low in real estate, and rental yield, that if you earn rent by as a source of income, then it is quite low compared to the amount you have to invest in real estate. Capital appreciation, yes, there might be capital appreciation and you might make a lot of money by investing in real estate, but that is also subjective and prone to a lot of risks. So stock market is one of the best asset classes to actually invest your money in. So what about inflation? What is inflation? Inflation is basically, let's we can take an example of hyperinflation crisis of 1923 that happened in Germany during the period of World War One, when Adolf Hitler rose to power. So inflation at that time was approximately 30,000%. In some countries, actually the good inflation rate is somewhat a healthy rate of inflation is from 2 to 5% maximum. But in Germany at that time, it was 30,000%, and people used to collect their wages in suitcases. Some people, a person left his suitcase filled with cash on the street. So a thief came and he stole the suitcase and he left the money there because the suitcase was worth more than all the money that was inside it. So that is hyperinflation, and when there's inflation, there's high inflation, your purchasing power becomes low, and what you can afford today becomes more expensive tomorrow, and tomorrow your earning capacity will definitely reduce. So you need to invest in good asset classes that can give you good compounded growth rate over a period of time. There's another concept of real and nominal returns which can be easily explained by an example for pizza. So if there's a pizza with 4 slices in it, and you ask the cook that today I'm really hungry, so cut it into 8 pieces. So the actual size of the pizza is your real return, but when you cut it into 8 pieces instead of 4 pieces, it's a normal return, and when you cut it into 8 pieces instead of four, it's your real return. So real return basically means that return after adjusting for expenses that you've paid to make that money, taxes and fees and inflation. So real return, if you calculate, comes out to be much lower than nominal returns, and that is why stock markets is one of the best ways to make return in the to make wealth, because the tax is less, and the expenses and fees that you have to incur are relatively less as compared to any other asset class. So that is why stock market is a very good way to make money, to preserve money, and to lead a comfortable life. A basic knowledge is important even if you're not a professional investor. A basic knowledge of stock market is very, very important. So there's also a free checklist that we are attaching below for how to what are the parameters that you can see, that you can check before investing in real estate, in stock market. And we'll also be uploading some useful links of books that you can read so that you can become a better investor.